Yeah, no, that
Well,
sounds
there's
good.
money left in your
Okay,
budget.
that's
Yeah, how much we got getting up myself?
Depends how,
We're plenty good.
streets.
How much?
Okay,
Okay, next one is, Brad.
Where you at, Jacob? Where you at, Jacob?
we're at
32.
I'm at 32 positive.
Positive?
that's because I'm moving all that money for flooring.
Oh, yeah, I'm at 33,123.
But
I'm at 33,123 in
Yeah, we
spot.
still need to get it.
Well, don't tell that to Brad yet.
Brad, okay.
Okay, this guy wants 2.2 million for playground.
That's the reason I-
gave you 200,000.
That's the reason I called him up here, because we got a big check coming here. Oh, Brad.
35, 37.
What page is this?
35. 35 to 37.
You gotta get the kids to stop arguing at that end. Okay, so tell us what's up.
Well, first off, I didn't know anything about this power rake that got put in after I got left.
Well, you don't want
Hey, follow the order you show
But it's
up.
good, that's good.
Uh,
I tried to give 2,000 of it to the library, but they shot me down.
He did.
Hey, crack sealer?
No, the power rake.
Oh, the power. I'm surprised they didn't take care of
So what concerns do you have, sir? Anything?
Not really. Like I said, we got that 10-year pledge, 7 to 10. Security cameras, it's not a must, but,
No, it is.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
it is, okay, I'll leave it in there.
Just like the walking trail repair, just like the sidewalk improvements, pretty much all that stuff is fixed.
Yeah,
It's the question, the $64,000 question, or $64 million question, how much are we gonna spend on playground equipment and what years are we gonna do it in?
correct.
Right now.
it. And do we need to do all of it?
Oh, we gotta do,
All the parts.
we gotta have a plan.
I agree with
They're
you.
all
Right now, we don't
outdated,
have-
Dick.
Huh?
They're all outdated, we can't get parts for them anymore.
Yeah, but I mean.
I mean, they're still functionable,
They're still functional, aren't they?
some, yeah.
I mean.
We're missing
our
parts
big one-
on
Our
some.
big one's gonna be Cleveland Park, am I
Correct,
right?
correct, and O'Toole.
Yeah, those are the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll just say, I think it's, Brad put together the list of every park and cost. So I think it's probably, we need that list. But I think it's probably unrealistic to think we're gonna do every single park in town in 1 year.
But that's our plan.
No, we're not gonna do it 1 year.
No, I mean, so we
But
need,
that's our
we
plan,
need to
right?
start picking off that list and
Right.
replacing it.
It might take 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, so whether or not, I gotta find it now, because that number was a lot bigger when we first started, now it's 288,807. Well, 200, we can go down to the bottom, 200 as Cleveland and O'Toole Park projects. So I'm fine with that as being left in there. Especially in, whether it's in Brad's or it's in Lost or wherever. I think that still needs to be in there, not knowing exactly which road we have to take for Cleveland Park. Okay, because there's the one road where it may be minimal cost to the city, but then there's the other road where it could be a larger amount in expense to the city. So even if it's the lesser, there's still gonna be intangibles that the city's gonna have to pay for.
It's gonna come up.
Yeah, so we need to have something in there for that. O'Toole right now, you know, if we do, when we do the splash pad, I don't know that route either. So all we can go off of is maybe an estimate, and I think Brad had an estimate in
Do
his.
you have Brad, do you have an estimate on that, splash pad, Brad?
I don't know if that was just playground equipment, Brad, or was it?
I had the splash pad in here.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, there still needs to be money, I think, in there just to plan on doing it. So I'm fine with the 200 staying in there. And so, but then my only other question is, right now, the remainder of it was, 800 of it was moved over to Lost for playgrounds, which is fine also, but like I said before, you can keep that as a placeholder and pay for playgrounds over a period of time through that. But I think we need to look at making sure we pay for what we have already spent first
Right, but-
with Lost.
We haven't done a very detailed explanation of what we have committed on Lost and what years it goes out. And we need one of those Excel spreadsheets that Jacob's gonna put together on that. To explain what's in there and what we get.
In between catching dogs.
Well, yeah, after the dog.
And I agree, because
Just so that we can sit there and identify our periods, because these are big projects. And they can't be done in, 1 month or 1 week, they gotta be done over time. But if it's 200,000 a year for 4 years, that fits in, Lost, makes sense. But let's make sure that we've got it allocated so that we don't spend it twice or 3 times. Or
Yeah, so I think we make sure we put in, maybe we prioritize that list, Brad, of
Yep.
what needs to prioritize it, and then we know that we're fixing 3 parts this year.
Lost, what we need to do.
And
is
two
find
more,
out-
we taking the playground equipment out could that playground equipment possibly update another part?
O'Toole is in pretty good shape. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
But,
it could
but
be.
we don't want that with the splash pad, right?
I think we were gonna go new.
Well, I think it would
Incorporate
be,
it all
I
together.
think it would be, I think the vision, I think Clark would be that, a splash pad get put in, and then where the playground is right now, the playground equipment that's in sand, is that, that would get redone to have the poured in place, and then new equipment put on top of it. That way you're not intermixing sand with the splash pad. and
That
all
was
stuff.
actually where I was going. We don't want sand up there.
Yeah, so we would have to redo that playground.
I didn't know if we were gonna leave a playground there.
I think we would want
Okay,
to.
okay, okay. I didn't know.
What else was I gonna look at?
It gets done.
That's what my, earmark, public safety.
Because we got a whale of a skate park down on O2. We got a whale of a restaurant down on O2. So all we gotta do is get the 2 components done, and that place is gonna be
Gold, yeah.
state of the art, right?
Yeah, will be.
Up at Cleveland. We've got places, we've got tables, we just gotta put some very nice equipment up there.
Yep.
Then these other parks, yes, they need to get upgraded, but they need to get upgraded on a time and basis, because we try to put too many things on, we're not gonna get any of them done. We're gonna get all of them done 80%, that's not gonna work.
Right.
Those first 2 need to be priority, priority,
That's what
priority.
we're focusing on, those 2 parks.
Yep. And we need to go and get them bid, because it's a bid project when it goes to us, is what I've been told. But we gotta go to these contractors that can be able to be bidders,
Legitimate bidders.
legitimate bidders to do whatever we want done.
And Jason's working on that, right, Jason?
Mhm.
He's in the process of getting that done right now.
But I think the 200 is a good enough placeholder for anything right now. I mean,
Okay.
that's all we can do.
All right.
Okay.
Anything else for Brad?
Do you agree that the flooring up at the convention center needs to be replaced?
The upstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be, yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because you're the guy that did a lot of work up there.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of work.
Your team, right?
Yeah.
And that came up quite a bit earlier, but it does need to be
Yeah,
replaced, right?
it was kind of getting in bad shape when we were doing that project too, so.
Okay.
Anything else?
Do you need a building?
Yes.
Yeah, just a half a building.
It's a half.
Okay. Okay.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Brad. Okay, the next one is wastewater. Ron? Bill?
William Morgan.
Yes, sir.
What's the audit? What's the thing?
72.
My name is Bill Morgan, I'm the assistant. Ron had surgery 4 weeks ago, so he can't stand very long, so
Okay.
we'll kind of work together.
He'll yell from the back.
Yeah, he'll yell from the back.
No, I will. 72.
We've got a couple items on here that's gone up. $63.99, maintenance has gone up a little bit. $64.99, contract services, I wanted to bring that up. That should come down this year. We hired another employee. That employee's getting trained right now. We had the other employee that's been out there in the lab, and contract services to outside labs to do testing should drop a lot. And hopefully that'll make a difference next year. And then we come to,
But just, where are you talking, Bill? Because it,
I'm sorry, $64.99 contract services.
okay, it dropped on page 74.
That's up this year, but that number should come down next year with the new employee. And we should be getting rid of a lot of stuff on contract services to outside
Oh,
labs.
there it is. Okay.
What do you got, where's that at?
74, wastewater west.
So there's two wastewater.
But also, the existing facility is up to 189,400.
So I think like, are you talking about actual cost? Because right now the actual cost is 166, 118.
And that should come down too.
Okay, so the 189,400 is not right then? I'm on 72, Bill.
No, the proposal is right, the 166, you're not gonna times by 2 is what he's saying. He's not gonna be at 300, he's gonna be only at 189, because he got rid of the extra person,
Okay.
so.
And then we're gonna ask for money for a new roughing filter and an EQ basin. If anybody's got any questions on that?
Where's that at?
73.
And it says 250, 250, 250, 250, 300, for $1,000,003.
Page 73, page 73.
They didn't get to the nearest 50 cents.
All that needs to be done. I don't know if they can do it in a year, but it all needs to be done.
Each one of those has gotta be bid, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, they're not
Engineering.
contractual.
Engineered work.
Have we talked to Bolton Maker at all about, or do we have plans for it already?
For the roughing filter?
We have plans, it's just repairs. The roughing filter, the dome is in really bad shape, the media's in bad shape, the distributor's in bad shape. It all needs to be replaced. This is the best numbers I could get a hold
But
of.
I mean, do we have all the documents we need to bid it?
No. No, we just contracted the engineering company, and they're gonna give us a call back.
Okay. All right.
Engineering company should have some of those measurements and all that stuff, because we've played with that thing before. They shouldn't have to go back to square one, should they?
Since the amount of money it's gonna take, we're thinking that the roughing filter will exceed that, we have to bid that out, have the engineer do that. Because Jason saved me on that, I was gonna run with it.
Yeah, you almost broke the law.
Yeah, Jason
That's why we got
pulled-
an attorney, so what's
You hate paying engineering fees just over and over.
I know.
Same.
That seems like it's on every council meeting.
Well, and if it's $1,000,003, it's $130,000 for
That's right.
engineering fees, and we know what we're gonna need.
It's like the bridge.
And they've already measured the whole thing.
I mean, I think that there's, we need to have a discussion with you.
Like accounting firms, they charge you for everything.
I wish I could charge them more. They made it easy. I'm trying to charge people I'm sitting here.
But what is our wastewater fund
But I
at?
won't get it all.
2 million? 2.5 million? I mean,
Oh, we got the money to do
right,
this
so I
stuff.
mean,
It's just,
it's an issue, but it's not a big issue.
no, the issue is that we just don't like paying extra 10% when we don't have to.
Right, right.
That's the
It'll
issue.
run over 2 years.
Well,
No,
he's
it's
talking-
still, it's still the work. You can't do part of this and part of this and stuff like
I
that.
thought it was like 2.5, okay, that's what I thought, okay.
You what?
0.6.
2.5 million in the, oh, I'm sorry, 2.6 in the wastewater balance.
If you spend over 100,000, Dick, you gotta get all these people's approval and all this kind of stuff. So you can't do half of it on, and then half of it media and stuff like that.
We've done that.
But we have the fund balance.
The only way we could do this
Money's
is
there.
if we get the DNR guy here and he says it's an emergency and we vote that it's an emergency, then we can spend $1 million in a month, because we did that once.
Who's the DNR guy? Get him in here.
I don't know, I don't think you want him here.
Don't bring him in here.
It's not worth the effort.
I called Tom Bruce about this project, and he stated that as long as we put back in what exactly it is, the DNR is good. It's us to figure out.
Yeah.
But we come to that dollar amount like he spoke.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that if we don't do that, then they know it's an emergency ticket, and then they charge full
Yeah.
price too, which is a bid price, and it might cost us more than the 10%.
Yeah, so I think we had talked about we get working on these as soon as possible and not
Okay.
waiting until
Yeah.
All
July.
right, we got the money for it, right?
Yes.
All right, that's what's important.
And it really doesn't matter if we did get some, if we could get someone done in June, you can get them done in June.
Yeah.
So as soon as Ron heals up, he's gonna be up there working like you won't believe.
Yeah.
Night and day?
Up that mark.
Bill's gonna crack the whip and get going.
Yeah. Hang on there, Bill.
I think we're good.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
That was easy.
okay, we got wastewater. Lumber, where's Rich? Right here.
Rich wants a building.
He's not thinking sitting there for 3 hours, he's too excited. He was hoping he'd have a water freeze.
Find out the bad time.
76. All right, where we at with Rich? We got a,
He's got all the stuff he needs to. He's gonna spend $2 million on between sewer and a well, right?
Let's come on, Tiff.
I know, but you're gonna spend it, but the biggest thing is that we've got to figure out as a group what we're doing to get this water right for 3 years down the road. That's the discussion we gotta have this year. We ain't spending any money this year, but we gotta have a discussion to figure out how we're gonna get there in 3 years.
Well, I think the committee's pretty much aware of what we have to do.
Understand,
But
but,
we have to follow the DNR's
right,
recommendations.
but the governor has proposed a 1% sales tax increase. It looks like it might actually pass. 3/8 of that cent is gonna go to water quality issues.
Good luck with that one.
So we've got to make sure that when that fund gets set up, that we got our ducks in a row to go grab some of that 3/8 of a penny that goes to the state. Yeah,
For water quality.
Water quality,
Right, which improves our wastewater, which is our problem.
which is our problem, right? The other side is gonna go to schools and stuff like that, which is fine too, but the proposition is that if they're gonna potentially lower some of our tax revenue that we can get from property taxes, because they're gonna add the 1 cent on, we've gotta make sure that we're getting the money, our share of the money for the water system. Because it's gonna cost us a few dollars for that water system. And if it's $10 million, we can't get it done in a year. There's no way. We've said, and I've heard me quote many times, we try to spend $3 or $4 million a year and we always don't get it done. It's hard to spend that much. The one time we did was when we did the sewer plant. And that still took us every bit of the time to do that. So I think we gotta make sure that we're starting to see you quite often here having that discussion and getting engineers involved and getting a plan. That's my 2 cents.
Well, the committee's more than willing. Matter of fact, we've talked to Chief, and anytime an engineer comes in town for water or sewer, we want to be there.
Well, I'm just saying, Andy, from the standpoint of all of us up here, that's the biggest thing we got on the horizon for the town.
And it's got to be dealt with,
It looks like it's got to be done.
period.
We've pushed it back.
Yeah, it's got to be dealt with.
So I just wanted to make sure that you understood that we feel that way.
Okay.
So, but, yeah,
And when they get on the job, if we're paying them, they need to be watched.
to make sure they're doing the right
And
thing.
make sure they don't go over and make sure that, you know, they're earning their money. I guess that's what I'm saying. I lost the-
10% in this league on $10 million is $1 million bucks.
Well, we ran into that with the water tower.
Well, I'm about to, what we've done out there, that wastewater
Same
plant,
thing with the
west,
sewer plant.
to get out that thing,
And these engineers, that need to be.
that's what I mean.
It was 20 million.
How's it count?
We need to get their attention once in a while.
Right.
That's what we need to do.
Jason,
Yeah.
is there any reason we can't tap storm water for these bridges? Need repair? I mean, the damage is done by stormwater. Rather than buy another street sweeper with stormwater funds, let's try to put that back into bridges. Put $100,000 a year into it. Bridges go over
Just
stormwater.
say you're taking it under advisement, and then you let us know.
Yeah, I don't have to decide.
Well, I can't see any reason we can't utilize that fund.
It's a cost
I agree.
because of it.
I agree.
It's a cost because of
I have
it.
no problem with that. Rich, what do you got for us?
Anything, Rich?
The budget looks all right. I think, we cut the 75 crossings, said use that for TIF. I did look, the DNR, that has gone through the DNR, so it has been approved by them. We have a set of plans. I've not been able to find them yet, somewhere. Retaining wall, we took that out because if we do decide to go to hardness reduction, that retaining wall is gonna get taken out anyway in that project, so there's no sense in fixing it back up so it can be tore right back down. And, let's see, what else, oh, the building, I would love a building to put some of the tools and pipe and that in, but depending on which route we were to go, if we do go with the hardness reduction, lime softening or RO determines where the building would go. So, yes.
Do you have the room no matter what?
Yep, just a matter of which route we go, where I put the building, yeah. So,
But that ain't in here, is it?
the building ain't in there.
No, it's listed down below, isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of
Where did we
those
line?
things that administrators took out.